Everyone wants to know the secret. How long does it really take to build a successful career with Python? But what if that's the wrong question entirely? It's less about speed and way more about strategy. Okay, so let's dive into this and map out what a realistic, long-term journey actually looks like.
And this right here, this is the core idea we have to start with. Let's just get this crystal clear from the get-go. Building a career that lasts, one that's actually rewarding, it isn't a quick sprint, it's a marathon. And you know what? Embracing that one thought completely changes how you should approach everything, from learning to job hunting to your own growth.
This slide just lays it out perfectly. Two completely different mindsets. Over on the left, you've got the shortcuts path. We've all been there, right? Chasing the newest, shiniest framework, jumping from one tutorial to the next. It feels productive, but honestly, it's a fast track to burnout. But then you look to the right, long-term growth. This is about building something solid, learning strategically, and that is exactly what our roadmap is all about.
So this is the big question, isn't it? If we're not taking shortcuts, what's the actual path? What's the plan? Well, that's what we're here to figure out. We're going to break it down stage by stage. Every great structure has to start with a solid foundation. And for a Python developer, your first year is exactly that. This isn't about becoming some kind of expert overnight. Nope. It's about building the base that everything else is going to stand on for years to come.
All right, here's our map for the entire journey, and we're going to keep coming back to this. We're starting right here, at the very beginning in year one. Think of this as your launch pad. Seriously, what you do here sets the entire trajectory for your success down the road.
So what does year one really look like? It is all about mastering the fundamentals. We're talking core Python syntax, data structures, and actually solving problems with your code. But it's also about learning how to learn. Getting comfortable reading documentation, debugging your own messy errors, and building small but complete projects. This is your training ground.
Okay, so you've survived year one. Your foundation is solid. Now we move on to the next phase, and this is all about growth and finding a deliberate direction. This is where you really start to shape your unique identity as a developer.
Looking at our roadmap again, we've now moved into this middle phase, years 2 and 3. And this period is such a critical bridge. It's what takes you from being a capable junior developer to a focused, intermediate developer who has a clear area of expertise.
We can break this stage down into two really distinct steps. First up, skill expansion. This is where you get to explore a bit. You start playing with different areas of Python. Maybe it's web development with Django, or data analysis with pandas, or even automation. You're basically sampling the buffet. But then comes the most important part, specialization. You pick a path and you start to dig deep.
So why is specialization so important? Well, because it's what makes you truly valuable. A generalist can do a little bit of everything, and that's fine. But an expert in a specific domain, like machine learning or back-end systems, that's the person who becomes the go-to problem solver. This is how you increase your impact. And let's be real, it's how you boost your earning potential.
So, you've built your foundation, and you've found your focus. Now we get to enter the senior stage of the journey. And this is where the game really changes. It's no longer just about the code you can write. It's about the influence and the impact you can create. And looking back at our roadmap, you can see we've arrived year 4 and beyond. This is that long-term growth phase. At this point, your value isn't just in your technical skills anymore, but in your ability to see the bigger picture.
And the key mindset shift here is something called system thinking. It's the ability to zoom out from a single function or a single class and truly understand how all the pieces of a project fit together. You start asking questions like, how does the database talk to the API? If I change this one part, what's it going to affect way over there? This kind of thinking, well, that's the hallmark of a senior developer.
And this illustrates the evolution perfectly. A junior developer's focus on the left is all about executing tasks, writing clean, functional code. But a senior developer's focus, that shifts to designing the systems themselves, to mentoring others, and to making sure that all the technical work actually delivers real business impact. It's a fundamental move from just the how to understanding the why.
So we've walked through the entire journey, right? From building those first foundations all the way to creating system-level impact. Now, let's bring this all together and focus on how you can apply this exact framework to your own career.
When it all comes down to it, it's about this single idea. The secret to a successful career isn't some hidden trick or some magic tutorial. It's just showing up, doing the work, and focusing on steady, consistent progress over the long haul. That is the ultimate strategy.
And that brings us to our final thought. This isn't just some theoretical model. It's a tool you can use for self-assessment. So take a moment and reflect. Looking at these stages, foundations, specialization, and impact, where are you right now on your personal Python journey?